Hi guys, today I want to make a ring for this video with you. This is a 16mm Rivoli. I thought I had more, but I guess I did not. So I had to order something quickly in the Netherlands, but they only had clear, but that's okay. And I'm going to adjust one color and I'm going to go with red on the inside instead of black. So let's get started. You need about 3 meters of Fireline, size 0.006. And run that through your wax. And that's beeswax, and then just kind of run that through your fingers and make sure your fingers are nice and warm so that that goes in there in that thread, and you got a little bit left over probably, and then clean your fingers. I use John James needles size 10, so I'm putting it on the needle right now. And okay, and what I'm first going to do is I'm going to count 24 seed beads in sets of 5 so that I don't make a mistake when I put them on my needle. $15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got 24 here. I'm going to put them on my needle. That's kind of a wobbly bead. Take that out. Replace. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to pull that all the way down to on my thread. I'll leave a considerable amount of length as an end tail so that we can work that away later, and double knot your thread. Pull that tight. Okay, we're going to go around through all these beads again. And we're going to come out where we started, basically, or at least behind the where we started, behind the seed bead, behind where we started. So done all the way around. Now pull that tight again. I'm going to pick up the third one, just to go get a little bit away from the end tail, and that's my doggy snoring. We're going to pick up 4 Picasso beads. We're going to pick up 1 Delica bead. We're going to pick up, oh, this is not the inner circle, this is the outer circle, so the outer circle bicone, another Delica, and another 4 Picasso beads, 11-0. And then we're going to turn back around in that seed bead you came out of, and we're going to push it forward 3 seed beads. Okay, so you turn back in here, and then you got 1, 2, 3, and that's where you come out. I'm going to pick up 4 Picasso beads again. 2, 3, 4. Gonna pick up your Delica and your bicone and your Delica, and you're gonna go into this seed bead right here. pull that through. Now you're going to add 3 Picassos to your needle. Might be a little handier if I can just kind of put these right here, because I'm going to be working with those. And I'm going to go turn back again in that seed bead you came out of and push 3 forward. Okay, so we're going to do this all the way around. We're going to pick up 4 Picassos, 1 Delica, 1 bicone, 1 Delica. I'm going to go pick up this first one. And then we're going to pick up 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go back into that one you came out of and push forward 3. I suggest you pause me now until you get that done, because it's kind of a little bit of time consuming, this part. So you need to go all the way around, and when you add your last one, start me again. Okay, I'm now entering my last set. So that's between the two, between 1 and 7. I'm going to pick up 3, 1, 2, 3, 11 Picasso beads. And I'm going to pick up this last seed bead. And then I'm going to pick up a Delica bead and my bicone and a Delica bead. And I'm going to go into the seed bead on the other side. And then I'm going to add to my needle 3 Picasso seed beads. And I'm going to pick up that last seed bead, the one that we came out of. So going back around in there. And now you got a little cup. Move up into all the seed beads. Get rid of your end tail if it's in the way. And we're going to move into the Delica bead and the bicone. Move into the next Delica bead. And now we're going to pick up a 15-0 gold, and we're going to go through Delica, bicone, Delica. We're going to do that all the way around. And the thread that you're working with is still pretty long, but it will shorten pretty quickly. Oops, one too many. And 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to push that through the Delica and the gold seed bead. Coming out of the gold seed bead now, and we're going to add our next part. 1 15-0 gold, 2 15-0 Picasso, and I'm going to go do our inner color, which is the red, 2 Picasso, and 1 gold. And we're going to turn back into that gold seed bead, and we're just going to move over to the next gold seed bead. And we're going to do this all the way around and make sure that that's nice and tight, okay? So 1 gold, 250 now. I got like a little turquoise Picasso here, very pretty. And 1 gold, and all the way through into the next gold. So we're going to repeat that until you got all your 8 bicones 4mm on there. I suggest you pause me now until you get that done and try and keep that tight. But you know, if it loosens up a little bit, don't worry about it. When we're all finished with the ring, we're going to take care of those 4mm bicones on top if they're too loose. Okay, I'm adding my last one, and I'm going to pick up, including the gold, and I'm going to turn it around and change my cup and put that to the back again. So far, your front and your back are basically the same. And I want to work forward, so I'm going to go up the gold and 2 blue. And I'm going to go into my red. I'm going to pick up the gold, and we're going to pick up all the reds. Oops. And to tighten that down, I'm going to go around again in all the reds and the golds. Put the Rivoli in there and all the way around. And you just got to basically count to 9. And then you know for sure that you got all 8 of them. Or you can just check the thread and where it starts doubling up, which is here. Okay. Now, as I said, that's still a little bit wobbly, and we'll take care of that later. I'm gonna go into the blue and the gold, the 2 gold, and we're gonna go pick up the Delica bicone and the Delica. Gonna pick up 3 Delicas, pick up this last seed bead, pick up the seed bead next to it, pick up the Delica, and add 2 Delicats to my needle, and we're going back into Delica, bicone Delica, and we're going to go move forward into gold Delica, bicone, and Delica. Okay, so you pick up 3, and then you pick up that last seed bead. You pick up the seed bead next to it and the Delica, and you pull that tight. And make sure that that kind of stays in place, and then you're going to pick up 2 Delicas and you're going to go into Delica, bicone, Delica, and then you're going to go move over to your next one. Sometimes it's difficult to pick up that last Delica, but if you can't pick it up right away, then just pick it up later. Don't forget it though. That happened to me a couple of times. Okay, and you get that little nice little V shape kind of covering that see-through of that Rivoli. So 3, the last seed bead, up, and the Delica. Straighten that out, and then 2 Delicats. Okay, so pause me now until you have gone all the way around. Okay, I have done my last one, and I'm coming out of the bicone now, so I'm skipping the Delica. And my dog is really loud, I'm very sorry, but I'm not gonna toss her out because the cat, he's kind of got it in for her still. So you should see that that already got a little bit tighter. Don't worry, it's gonna get tight. And we're going to do our next round with 15-0. I got semi-matte, or you can use matte if you want, seed beads. Don't need any more Delicas, so I'm going to put those away for now. I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 seed beads, and you just pick up the bicone. I'm going to go up 3. I'm going to pick up another seed bead and down 3. And then we're going to go through bicone, Delica, seed bead, Delica, and come out of the next bicone. So I'm going to repeat this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick up only the bicone. 3 up. 1 seed bead, 3 down. And only the bicone again, back around in there, Delica, seed bead, Delica, and bicone. Well, be careful you don't break your seed beads in this round. Your Delicas. Seed beads should be okay. Okay, and make sure that that's got a nice and sturdy edge. Okay, now you can just do this all the way around, so pause me now until you get that done. I added my last one here, and I'm coming out of the bicone, so I'm not going to push forward through the Delica anymore. Rearranging. Okay, turn that around. I'm going to go up the 4 seed beads. And then I'm going to go down 3. I'm going to get my 3mm bicone, and I'm going to go up the 4 seed beads. And I'm going to go down 3, and I'm going to add the 3mm bicones all the way in between. So I suggest you pause me until you get that all done. When I'm adding my last one, I gotta go up and down one more time. I'm gonna turn back into the bicone, because we're now going to take care of the back right here. Close that up nice and tight. into the bicone and come out of the Delica behind it. I'm going to go into the seed beads. I'm going to go all the way down. Next we're going to go move forward into 3 seed beads like that. So you got to pick up the seed beads in between the 2 rows of seed beads. And we're going to pick up 2 Picasso. Pick up the last 2 seed beads right here. And up again. Pick up a gold seed bead. Down. Through the 2 and forward. I'm going to do 4 of these, so the next one is right here in between that V shape right there. So I'm going to move forward through all the seed beads. And the end tail's a little bit in the way, but oh well. Through the 2 again. Up. Add a gold. Into the other seed bead. 2. I'm going to go through the 3rd angle, which is right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, basically 5 seed beads that you move forward, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 6 seed beads forward. 2 again, 11 O's Picasso. Up. And 1 gold. And now we're going to do the last one. Position it correctly. And the last one is here. These 2. One, 2, up, gold, down, and then we're going to go pick the last 2 up. We're going to go up, and in between we put a 15O semi-matte black in between the golds to close up that circle and tighten that up. Last one. And I'm going to go around through all these again to tighten it up really good. Now I'm going to go and make my way to my end tail. which is here. See, there. Pick that up over here. And then double knot it. Work until and working thread away. Now since I pulled that knot in really far already, I'm good with cutting that off. Okay, now is that still a little wobbly over there on the top? Then this is your next round. I'm gonna go in all the way around. Through the bicones and the golds. And again. Coming out of the bicone. Double knot. Pull tight. Work thread or knot away in the bicone. And just make sure that that's in there. And then just cut that off. Does that need a little zapping? No, I think it's good. Okay, and now we're going to start on the ring band. So we need new thread. And first I'm going to clean up my beading mat. Okay, I'm going to pick up a thread that's about another 3 meters. And you can see this is the back. And where I'm going to go into is like 4 seed beads on the side right here. So that's 4. I'm going to pull that through. And then I'm going to pick up 8 seed beads, 11-0, also black. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to go back into those 4 seed beads. I'm going to pick up those 8 seed beads again. I want to make sure that you can see that. So, picking up all 8 seed beads again. And going back into those 4 seed beads right there. That's pretty tight. Now I'm going to pick up 6 seed beads of the 8. I'm going to pull that tight. And I'm going to start adding. 1. I'm going to try and so that you can see it. and go into that one that you're coming out of. And back in there. Pick up another 11/0 seed bead, pick up the second one. And back into the one you're coming out of. And this is my favorite ring band. So I basically always do this one. So if you already saw other videos of me of making rings, then you know how to do this probably. And back up there. And then another one, and that's the fourth one. So you got a ring band that's white, 4 seed beads. And when you're done a whole row, you're going to go move through the previous row and back up the row that you just added. And you always start with your thread on the bottom. So you turn it around, now you're on the top, and then you're just going to go and do that again. You can just repeat that. It's not that hard. It's just hard to hold on to in the beginning. Through the first one, pick up one, and then back through there, pick up another one, and back through there, and another one. And it's a little bit of a time-consuming job, but it's worth it, I think. Previous row. Make sure you got them all. Okay. And into the one that you just added. Okay, and now you're going to continue until you think your ring band is long enough and you can fit it. So I suggest you pause me until you get to that point. So it's time to fit this, and don't forget that you also still need 2 seed beads on the side. So I can see here that I think that's good. And I'm going to add the 2 seed beads on the side. I'm coming out on the left side, so I'm going in on the left side here. And then I'm going to do 2 seed beads. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to see if I fitted it right before I continue, because now I can still get that off, you know, one row if it's one row too many. Or if it's not enough, you gotta go and do that. I think that's perfect. Feels a little loose, so I think I'm going to take one row off. On the other hand, my hands are really warm right now, so fingers are a little swollen. And that's it right there. I think I'll leave it. Okay. So that just leaves me to go through there again. Picking up the 2 seed beads on the side. Going through the 4. Picking up these 2 and through again. I'm going to go through one more time to make sure that that ring band is really sturdy. And the these last two and the first row. And now I'm just going to zigzag. And now I'm just going to zigzag my thread away, just by going all the way to the other side. Because I want to make sure that that's not gonna go loose and there's plenty of space to go through. I'm about to hit the end and I'm going to go all around again. So that's this last one. Picking up the two on this side where we began our journey. Through the 4. Through the 2. And zigzag back, and you can do this until you feel like your needle can't go through there anymore, or you can just say, okay, I think that's enough now, and then just stop it and cut off the thread. Pretty sure nothing will happen to it anymore. So cutting off the thread, and that leaves your end tail. Get that on the needle now. Through the 2 and zigzag that away. Now, of course, I only used black seed beads, but you can use, for instance, your Picasso, you know, and do this side and that side, do the black inside. You know, play a little bit with it. Or maybe go with the Picasso, go like up and down, stuff like that. But I like to keep it simple. It's just the easiest. And very thick fingers and sweaty hands right now. And here is my ring. The black version and the red version. And I hope you like that, guys. And I will see you again next month. Bye.